Caitlin Clark has taken the WNBA by storm, wowing fans and experts with her incredible talent and resilience. However, there's a growing conversation that something behind the scenes might be working against her. Dan Patrick recently shed light on how the WNBA might have set Caitlin up for failure. Yet despite these challenges, Caitlin has risen above it all, proving just how special she is. What's surprising, though, is how close the Rookie of the Year race has become, thanks to the media's narrative and opinions from other WNBA players. It's baffling, especially when you consider just how historic Caitlin's performances have been. Even during her college days, Caitlin Clark was something of a legend. She shattered records that seemed untouchable, like breaking Pistol Pete's record of 3,667 points to become the all-time leading scorer in men's and women's Division I basketball. For most athletes, this would be a career-defining moment, but for Caitlin, it was just the beginning. Her transition to the WNBA has been nothing short of spectacular. Take her game against the New York Liberty, for example. She put up 19 points, grabbed 12 rebounds, dished out 13 assists, and snagged 2 steals. This made her the first WNBA rookie ever to notch a triple-double and the first player in Indiana Fever history to achieve this feat. Caitlin's ability to make plays has left people in awe, including seasoned voices like Dan Patrick. Her vision on the court is something else, a skill she honed during her soccer-playing days, where anticipating the next move was everything. Right now, she's leading all rookies in scoring and assists, and she's even third in the entire league in assists. It's wild to think how quickly she's become one of the best playmakers in the WNBA. The all-time rookie record for assists per game stands at 7.5, set by Tika Panichero in 1998. With Caitlin averaging 7.4 assists per game, she's so close to snatching that record for herself, as long as her teammates keep converting the opportunities she creates. Breaking records isn't new territory for Caitlin. She also became the fastest WNBA rookie to surpass 100 points and 50 assists, achieving this in just 8 games. What's even more impressive is that she did this despite the WNBA seemingly setting her up for failure by packing her schedule with tough games early on, facing some of the best teams right off the bat. The Indiana Fever, who were the worst team the previous season, started 0-5, and suddenly, critics were quick to label Caitlin as overrated. It felt as though the WNBA underestimated what they had, a once-in-a-generation superstar, and didn't prepare to harness the wave of excitement she was bringing to the league. But Caitlin's greatness isn't something you can suppress. Despite the rough start, she rallied her team, and the Fever began to climb the ranks. Caitlin is also just the 4th rookie in WNBA history to record 50 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists in her first 3 games. What's particularly notable is the level of competition she faced, including the Sun and Liberty, and the fact that she did this while constantly being the focal point of her opponent's defensive schemes. Teams have thrown everything at her, cheap shots, dirty tricks, but nothing has been able to dim Caitlin's brilliance. In fact, she's the fastest WNBA player to reach 150 career assists since 1998, showing that her game has translated perfectly to the professional level. Yet even with all these achievements, Caitlin sometimes seems to face more scrutiny than praise. Some people argue that she was supposed to be this good, so her accomplishments are somehow less impressive. On the other hand, Angel Reese's unexpected success in her rookie season has led some to suggest she should win Rookie of the Year instead. But this logic seems off. Angel Reese was a star in college, leading her team to a national championship, so her success isn't exactly a surprise. Still, she's had a fantastic start, with 5 consecutive double-digit scoring games to kick off her WNBA career, and she's proven to be a dominant force in the paint. Reese even set a league record with 7 consecutive double-doubles in June, and went on to break Candace Parker's record for consecutive double-doubles in a single season. Reese's streak is impressive, no doubt, but focusing on double-doubles over triple-doubles seems like an attempt to downplay Caitlin's achievements. Jason Whitlock has even suggested that the WNBA might be trying to overshadow Caitlin's accomplishments to create more attention for other players. It's as if the league is crafting a narrative that puts Reese on the same level as Caitlin, even though Caitlin's dominance is clear. Caitlin's game has only improved as the season has gone on. Yet some media members and even veteran players seem fixated on her rare off nights rather than her overall excellence. Colin Cowherd pointed out that Caitlin's performance in her last 10 games has been nothing short of phenomenal. She's not just good, she's getting better as she adjusts to the pace of the WNBA. This only reinforces Dan Patrick's earlier claim that the WNBA set Caitlin up for failure with that brutal early schedule. Now, some are using the Fever standings as an argument for why Reese should get the Rookie of the Year award over Caitlin, despite the clear difference in the challenges they faced. It's frustrating to think that media narratives and personal biases could potentially rob Caitlin of the recognition she so clearly deserves. By all measures, Caitlin Clark should be the Rookie of the Year. The fans certainly think so, and the All-Star voting totals back that up. Caitlin and her Fever teammate Aliyah Boston finished first and second in fan voting, with Caitlin receiving an incredible 700,000 votes. This shows that the public recognizes greatness, even if some media members and WNBA veterans don't seem to. There's also a sense that some WNBA players might be a bit jealous of Caitlin's success and are actively rooting against her. This sentiment is only magnified when you see Angel Reese's team seemingly doing everything they can to help her continue her double-double streak. The most sensible thing would be to put personal feelings aside and just appreciate the greatness we're witnessing every time Caitlin steps on the court. The arguments against her are weak at best, and there's really no debate. Caitlin Clark is the Rookie of the Year, hands down. It's disheartening to think that media narratives could possibly deny Caitlin the award she so clearly deserves. If that were to happen, it would be a bad look for the WNBA and a significant setback for women's basketball globally. Caitlin Clark is on a path to becoming an all-time great, and downplaying her achievements does a disservice to the sport. The Rookie of the Year award belongs to Caitlin, and anything else would be a travesty. Caitlin Clark's impact on the WNBA is undeniable. Every time she steps onto the court, she brings an energy and skill level that's simply unmatched. From her college days to her rookie season, she's proven over and over again that she's not just a great player, but a once-in-a-lifetime talent. Yet, despite all her accomplishments, it feels like there's a concerted effort to downplay what she's done. The WNBA's decision to schedule tough games early on, combined with the constant media scrutiny, has made Caitlin's journey even more challenging. But she's risen to the occasion every time, proving that she's not just a star, she's a superstar. Her ability to elevate her teammates and her individual brilliance make her the obvious choice for Rookie of the Year. Angel Reese has had a strong season, no doubt, but her achievements just don't measure up to what Caitlin has done. The idea that Reese should win the award because her success was unexpected is flawed. Rookie of the Year should go to the best player, and by any standard, that player is Caitlin Clark. As the season continues, it'll be interesting to see how this narrative plays out. Will the WNBA and the media finally give Caitlin the credit she deserves, or will they keep pushing a different agenda? One thing is for sure, Caitlin Clark's greatness is impossible to ignore, and no matter what happens, she's going to be a force in this league for years to come. In the end, it's important to remember that awards like Rookie of the Year are just a small part of a player's legacy. Caitlin Clark is building something much bigger. She's inspiring the next generation of basketball players, showing them that true greatness isn't just about the accolades you earn, but the obstacles you overcome along the way. Caitlin Clark is the Rookie of the Year, and anyone who thinks otherwise just isn't paying attention to the incredible story that's unfolding right before our eyes.